440, junior out of Dyersville. So it's going to be Gailing versus Williams in the circle to start this one out. And Gailing's going to win the tip, and the Knights get the ball first. Exciting action continuing here at Levick Arena after a heart-stopping 54-53 victory for the women's team to open up our doubleheader. The men's team trying to add another victory to that. Down low, Josh Gailing going up, blocked from behind by Williams. Able to recover, though, get the layup up and good. Knights strike first.
Gailing would not be denied, got it stripped away, grabbed it back and went up strong. That's a good sign for the Knights. They haven't, so far the last couple games, haven't come out strong. That's a good sign to have a quick bucket right away.
So back the other way, the Cohawks with their first possession. Dribble handoff to Holland. Going against this Knights defense. The Cohawks had a lot of threes last time these two teams played. Hook in the corner is going to fire up a three. Can't get that one to go, but Spencer Williams right there for the rebound. Fighting down low the double team. Kicks it out. Nolan Timp driving spin move. Goes up strong, but he's going to be called for the travel. At first thought it was going to be a foul call against Josh Gailing, but it ends up being a turnover. Ball back to Wartburg.
Williams had a great offensive rebound there. It was close to being called a foul, but there was a little bit of a travel as well.
Kick push back the way up to Sabis. Guarded by Holland. Wasty contested three, puts it up, no good. And it's a putback, it looked like, by Williams. I don't know how that'll affect his shooting percentage.
It just tipped it right in there.
So tough play for Spencer Williams going against Josh Gailing on the block. Just really looked like it just took a wrong bounce off his hand as Tim can't get the layup to go back the other way. Kick push driving hard from the corner. It's a turnover trying to dump it in to Gailing. Bad pass ends up in the hands of Spencer Williams. Driving in, Holland has to kick it back out. Finds Kaufman, moving around the outside. Hook. Williams had the high-low look, but they're unable to feed him the ball. You've got Williams on one block, Timp on the other. Timp will move out to the three-point line now. Shot clock running down. Up and under move. Gets the shot to go, even though he was hotly contested by Nate Wasty.
Great move by Timp. Had a guy all over him, still managed to get it to go.
Herman to Sabis. Sabis fires a three, can't get it to go. He hit a couple threes against the Cohawks in Cedar Rapids earlier this season in their first matchup.
The other Knights definitely not afraid to shoot the ball there from deep. Had 2 3-pointers early on so far. Just haven't got any of them to go.
Ball inbounded into Holland. Drives hard. And a behind-the-back look to Spencer Williams. You're going to shoot 72% when you're getting fed with looks like that from your starting point guard.
Cohawks ran the floor well. Great behind-the-back pass. Great finish. The Cohawks tie it back up.
Wasty thought about the pull-up jumper, but passes it back out to Sabis. Wasty looking high-low, throws it cross court. Herman open from the corner, late closeout. Can't get the shot to fall, rebounded by Trevor Holland.
Knights 0 for 3 to start the game from deep.
Timp over to Hook. It's tied 4-4, 16:50 left in the first half. Down low, Spencer Williams in the short corner. Going against Gailing. Was looking to possibly get that drop step, but Gailing not giving an inch. And then Sabis picks off the pass from the other way. Sabis, one of the best finishers. Can't get that one to go and gets called for the travel in the process as well.
That's a tough break for Sabis. Had a nice steal. Got a little bit of contact, but definitely shuffled his feet. And here we go with the Knights bringing pressure.
As you said, Knights extend that press full court. Inbounded into Hook. Holland gets the cross-court pass. Even the Knights having that press, it looks like they didn't really extend it too far. Not a lot of ball pressure as they bring it across. Down low, Hook, knowing that Sabis was flying in behind him, went with a short arm shot and got it to fall.
Hook got a great screen. It was wide open and just got it before the block came in.
Gailing down low, great head fake, got Williams in the air, and he had a one dribble move to the basket, an easy finish.
Great move by Gailing, got his guy in the air, went right around him for the easy bucket.
Travel call against Hook, So ball back to the Knights, looking to take the lead back. 6-6, 15:55 left in the first half.
Yeah, the Knights starting off with the press, worked out there, got him in a tough position, and just juggled the ball around, and that's an easy travel.
It's Herman taking the ball out of bounds. Kickbush guarded up top by Kaufman. He'll get the inbounds pass. Double screen down low, set, and then slipping off it is Wasty. Wasty trying to get something. Great defense for the Cohawks, taking away every look at the basket. Herman down low, fading to his left, gets the shot up and good.
Yeah, the Knights haven't got a lot of threes to drop, but they have done really well of driving in and getting some easy twos to go.
Hand the ball for the Cohawks. Kaufman catches it out on the wing. Williams sets the screen. Over to Hook. Now into the corner. It's Holland. Holland up and under move. The guard using the post move, but can't get it to finish. Just too strong under the basket and throws it off the rim. Didn't have the touch necessary on that shot. Kickbush forced to pick up his dribble. Out to Wasty. Screen set by Gailing. Down low. Temp guarding against Wasty. Wasty gets called for the travel. I believe that's the fourth or fifth travel call we've seen already between the two teams.
Yeah, had a couple of turnovers like that. Wasty just trying to back down his man, moved his feet a little bit, right in front of the ref too. We got some substitutions in here for the Knights and as well as the Cohawks.
For the Knights, we see only one starter remaining on the court, Jaron Sabis. Max Smith-Dreyhus, the freshman, checking in with Ryan Stolken at the 4 and Trevor Larson at the 1 in the front court. And then playing on the far back against the press was number 5, Cliff Brown. The other side, as we see, number 21, Matt Meyer, getting the shot to fall. Also checking in, 55, Michael Packard, the 6'6 sophomore out of Lena, Illinois. Foul called down low. Ball will stay here with the Knights. Also coming in, Zach Schlabaugh.
Yeah, Matt Meyer came into the game right away, finishes it up with a bucket. Not a bad way to start.
Another substitution as number 1, Josh Schmidt comes into the game.
A lot of mass substitutions at the same whistle.
Larson getting the deep inbounds pass. Down low, it's thrown to Cliff Brown. Going to work against Packard. Back out, pass picked off by Schlabaugh. And quick in transition. Can't get the shot to fall. Put back, no good. And then Stolken takes the rebound away from number 0, Calvin Winker, also checked in.
And that's what Stolken brings off the bench. Got a lot of height, got a lot of quickness. Grabbed the board there.
Down low, Cliff Brown looking to go to work again. Picks up his dribble, out to Larson. Larson driving in. Larson, not the most gifted offensive player, finds Dreyhus. Pull-up jumper good from the freshman, gets it to fall.
Great shot by Dreyhus, the freshman. Had a guy right in his face, doesn't faze him at all, put it right through.
Going up strong was Winker, but it looked like Dreyhus got a piece of it. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Cohawks. 10-8 our score. 13:38 left on the game clock.
It's been a fairly balanced game so far for both teams.
Meyer going to work, throws it into the corner. Schmidt driving, shot up. Can't get it to fall, but perfectly in rhythm. Looked like a designed alley-oop. Finding Packard, who lays it in as the shot clock goes off.
Packard just got it off before that buzzer sounded. Not the ideal possession for the Cohawks, but it works.
Sabis, ball up top. He'll fire another 3. This one's off the front of the rim, no good. 0 for 2 from downtown.
Yeah, the Knights have been cold to start from the three-point line.
Ball outside. It's thrown to Meyer. Meyer going to work. It's an offensive foul. Jaron Sabis taking one for his team.
Great defensive play by Sabis there. Meyer just put it right to him, but Sabis in good position there. That's an easy call.
Tied up 10 apiece. First foul against Matt Meyer. Second team foul against the Cohawks in the first half. Game moving along pretty quickly. Already 7+ gone here at Levick Arena. Smith-Dreyhus finds Larson in the corner. No major three-point threats on the court for the Knights. Stolken probably their best shooter on the floor. Dreyhus going to work. Try to pass it off to Stolken, who was wide open in the corner. It was a turnover, and then a turnover the other way, too. Are they going to count the shot?
I don't believe so. We'll see.
Either way, a great finish in transition from Zach Schlaba.
And we saw Drehos earlier, had a nice shot, but again, he's a freshman. That pass just threw it in the arms of two defenders. Had nowhere to go with that.
Schlaba takes the ball out of bounds, inbounds it deep to Packard. Give it off, and Schlaba will set up the offense. Knights looking for a big victory here at home, trying to move above 500 in conference play. Don't want to have to go through 3 road games again this year. Schlaba can't get the shot to fall. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by either Zumbach or Stolkin, the 2 sophomores on the floor for the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights had a chance to grab the board there. Both players went for it, and they both just tipped it out of bounds. That's a tough break.
No starter on the floor for either team currently.
No.
Not something you'll see from a lot of teams, but the Knights run this lineup a lot. One of the only problems with it is there's not a lot of offensive threats.
Not a lot of offensive threats, but every player on the court for the Knights is great on defense, and that's hopefully they can keep the Cohawks in check here.
Winker with the ball, has to dribble it back out. A lot of size on the floor for the Cohawks. 3-point attempt coming from Schmidt, can't get it to go. Neither team able to get anything to fall from downtown. And then a turnover. Give it back to the Cohawks. Josh Galen will come back into the game to replace Cliff Brown, while the Cohawks will send a hockey substitution out there. A brand new platoon as their starters return to the court. Cam Kickbush will also come back in, replacing Trevor Larson.
Yeah, Cohawks have pretty much subbed the guys out, in and out.
Catching the inbounds pass, Tommy Hook, as he returns to the court with the rest of the starters. Spencer Williams up top, dribble handoff to Hook. He hasn't been able to get those open threes that he used to plague the Knights the last time they played.
Knights picking up the pressure on defense.
Bad pass, looking for Hook in the corner, sails over his head out of bounds. And a ball go back to the Knights looking to regain possession.
Yeah, it's a great double team by the Knights there. Forced the pass across the court. Had no chance. Went baseline to baseline. That's a tough pass to make. And that's a great defensive possession there. A great defensive set by the Knights there.
Up top, Drehos over to Kickbush. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by number 24, Kaufman. So it'll stay right here with the Knights tied 10 apiece. 11:07 left in the first half.
Just like we saw in the first game, appears to be a low-scoring game. A lot of great defense both ways. Only 10 points here through 9 minutes.
Kickbush assessing the defense. Gives it off to Zumbach. Zumbach goes behind his back out to Drehos. Max Smith Drehos throws it down low to Galen. Going against Williams. Fading away. Josh Galen has got half of the Knights' points.
Great shot by Galen there. Shot clock was running down. Just made his move. Nice shot.
Timp pushing hard. And then the follow-through was knocked away from Williams. Knights can take a 2-possession lead. Pull up from Smith. Drehos gets it to go.
Smith Drehos not afraid to pull up on the guys. That's 2 times he's pulled up right on the co-defender and sunk them both.
The Knights have 14 points so far. 10 of them have come from Josh Galen and Max Smith Drehos, as Spencer Williams gets that one to fall back the other way.
It was a defensive standstill for a while, but now we've seen a couple of quick transition points for both teams.
Zumbach down low to Josh Galen. Galen has become an offensive threat in recent weeks. 3-pointer from Max Smith Drehos. Not the most consistent shooter in the world, but gets that one to fall.
He's feeling it tonight. I believe he's 3 for 3 to start the game.
Broken press leads to numbers for the Cohawks, and they convert another easy layup.
That's tough for the Knights. The Knights have had a couple of good offensive possessions, but they followed up with poor transition defense, and it's allowed for the Cohawks to get some easy buckets.
Zumbach on the wing to Smith Drehos up top. Stolkin guarded by Timp. One dribble off the pass, and it's Cam Kickbush bearing another shot.
Great shot by Kickbush. Great screen by Drehos. Smith Drehos is playing a great game.
Been one of the best games we've seen from Max Smith Drehos this season already, with 7 points and now an assist to his credit in the opening half of the game. Screen set by Williams up top for Kaufman. Had the positioning. It's thrown down to Spencer Williams. He's double teamed. Great recovery by the Knights to not give the open 3 as Zumbach comes up with a steal as well. Stolken has a huge dunk in transition. It was a smart decision by Holland not to contest or pick up a foul.
Great defense by Zumba. Saw the open man ahead. You get Stolken in a fast break, he's going to slam it home.
And it's going to be a timeout coming from the co-bench as this awards the Iowa Conference Tournament, not only to help secure their spot. A win today does get them in, but a loss drops them back potentially into 6th place. Outside, handling the ball, number 34, Austin Roth, who just checked in. It's a pull-up jumper from Holland. He gets it to go from the elbow. So a quick basket for the Cohawks off the timeout.
That's what the Cohawks needed. They got a timeout. Quick score right after that. Now they need to stop here.
Gailing, drop step, going. Has it blocked off the backboard by Spencer Williams. Good idea by Williams to give up that spot, but still be able to be in position for the block shot. Moving screen called against Roth. Offensive foul.
That's tough. They got a stop they needed. Then they followed up with the turnover. They got a big block, but then you got to capitalize on offense, especially when you're down to a team, Wartburg team that's, for the better part, overall better team.
Kickbush bringing the ball across the timeline, guarded by Kaufman. Over to Zumbach. Up top to Kickbush. Kickbush, one dribble, pull-up jumper. Shooter's roll, can't get it to fall. Off the back of the rim. Now coming back the other way, Holland handling the ball. Screen set by Williams. Has his pocket picked by Sawyer Herman, but able to recover it. Diving on the ball, giving it off to Williams. Hook with the ball fake, driving in hard. Swatted by Josh Gailing. One of the biggest swats we've seen from Josh Gailing all season. Not the biggest shot blocker in the world. And then the other way, Kickbush gets it to go, even with basket interference from Spencer Williams.
We saw a great defensive set by the Knights. Got a huge block, turned into transition points, and that's what the Knights want to see moving forward.
Roth with the ball, over to Kaufman. Around the screen, picks up the dribble, reversing the ball. Holland guarded by Sawyer Herman, up top to Hook. The Cohawks really not getting this ball penetrated at all. Roth driving in, finally able to get something. It's an air ball. Williams with the putback and the foul.
Williams is just working hard. Like we said, only 2 games left. The senior wants to play hard, and he has been. Great rebound there, put it back up, and drew a foul.
8 points for Spencer Williams in this game. Didn't have a great game last time these two teams played, finishing with 8 points on 2 of 4 shooting, but he is off to a fantastic start here tonight. Looking to knock down the free throw and get this back to a 4-point game. And he's able to do just that. Spencer Williams has had an incredible senior season, though, to say the very least. Mentioned it during pregame, but shooting an astounding 72% as it's a steal. And in transition, a foul called against Cam Kickbush, not giving up the easy layup to Holland.
Yeah, Holland just took that pass away. That's kind of a lazy pass. Didn't put a lot of power on it, and that's going to lead to an easy steal.
Trevor Holland going to the free throw line, a 79% free throw shooter on the season. First one is good. Substitution as Packard comes back into the game. Spencer Williams will head to the bench.
And we'll see how the Cohawks can handle it without Williams in the game.
Williams on the season averaging about 12 a game. He's got 9 already here tonight. Both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point game once again in favor of the Knights. Driving in, off his foot. It was dribbled by Sawyer Herman. Knights recovering. 3-point attempt from Sabas, wide open from the corner. Can't get it to fall, though. He's 0 for 3 from downtown. More high-volume shooting than we're used to seeing him on the season from behind that 3-point arc. But he's able to play great defense. Tried to save it inbounds, but it hits his hands, goes right out of bounds.
Yeah, the Cohawks have forced the Knights to miss a couple of 3-pointers. Knights only shooting 16%. If they can tie this game back up here, that's huge. This game's going by pretty quick, and the Cohawks are definitely in it.
6:18 left in the first half. Holland with the ball up top, over to Hook in the corner. 3-point attempt. Matt Meyer can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Gailing. Sabas bringing it across half court. Screen set by Gailing. And Sabas can't get another shot to fall. He's been held scoreless so far in this game. Terrible pass out of the hands of Holland. Didn't know where he was going with that. Looked like he thought a teammate was going to be cutting in, but no one there on the other end.
Yeah, not sure what Holland saw there. There wasn't really anybody under the basket, and that's where he threw it at. But that's basically just threw it out of bounds.
Kickbush over to Herman. Looked like Herman was trying to pass it to Sabas, but able to recover and make it look like a dribble, so it stays right here with Wartburg. And then Wasty driving in. He's fouled on a hand check.
That's Roth's second foul. He goes to the bench.
That'll bring Calvin Winker back into the game, replacing him. Sabas taking the ball out of bounds. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for the Knights. 5:37 left on the game clock. Gailing looking to go to work again. Gets the shot up. Gets the shooter's roll, and it falls. Josh Gailing's got 8 points.
Galen's been forced down low. Nice shot there. The Knights leads back up to 4.
25-21. Excuse me, that puts Gailing into double figures. He has been an offensive threat in the post like the Knights have not had this year since Clay Cook was a senior in the 14-15 season. As Holland buries that 3, Clay Cook, of course, now an assistant coach with the men's team. Got to think he's rubbed off on Josh Gailing this season.
Absolutely. Coach Cook's a young guy, relates to the players, and he's done a lot so far in his young coaching career.
This is the last senior class that would have played with Cook. They were freshmen when Clay was in his last year with the Knights. 2 of them on the court right now, Sawyer Herman and Nate Wasty. Herman going to the free throw line after being fouled from behind. Knights holding a 1-point lead with 4:49 left in the first half. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good for Sawyer Herman.
Wartburg's been able to take a couple of 2-possession leads. Well, then Cohawks come right back and stick it in their face with that 3 there.
Sawyer Herman misses both free throws. He's been hot and cold from the line for different stretches of the season, and the Knights as a team have had struggles from the line. At one point, including a loss to Loris and a loss at home to Dubuque, they shot a combined, I believe it was 85 free throws, but shot 51% against Loris, missing 16 of the 33, and then with the 52 free throws, still found a way to lose at home against the Dubuque Spartans.
Yeah, you know the saying, games are won and lost at the free throw line. That's been the case for the Knights. There's been games where they've lost, and they've just been atrocious at the free throw line.
There's a reason they're called free points. Those are ones you've got to knock down. Sawyer Herman unable to do either there. Luckily, it's a turnover for the Knights for the Cohawks on their side. Lucky for the Knights that Cohawks didn't take a possession of the lead after those 2 missed free throws. Kickbush down low. Thought better of trying to attempt it against the taller Packard. Sawyer Herman makes up for those free throws with a buried 3 from the corner.
Herman contests in the corner, got to go, a little bit of contact as well. That's a big shot for the Knights.
Little bit of a flop there at the end by Herman trying to sell it. No harm done, though, for either team. They're trying to find Tommy Hook off some screens, and they've been unable to do so. Holland got the pass, but it's an offensive foul. Goes against number 55, Packard, his second foul. And that'll bring Spencer Williams back into the game.
The Cohawks have had a couple of good possessions on offense. The problem is they just had 2 turnovers right in a row. They've been turning it over on fouls and just careless mistakes, and that's something you can't continue to do if you want to hang in this game.
And they've ruled that shot by Sawyer Herman as a 2 instead of a 3. Must have had just a toe on the free throw, or excuse me, on the 3-point line. Gailing down low again, can't get that one to fall, but Nate Wasty right there for the rebound. Gailing goes up after the pass from his teammate, gets the shot to fall, and will now go to the free throw line. Unfortunately for Gailing, though, that has been one of the biggest kryptonites of his game throughout his career, him and Cliff Brown alike.
Yeah, you can't give Gailing 2 possessions. He's gonna make it worth. If you get him an extra rebound, and we got a little bit of confusion going on here.
I guess they didn't call that as a shooting foul and didn't give him the basket.
Yeah, Coach Pate wasn't loving that call right in the official's ear. I guess I didn't see. I just assumed it was up and good.
So 1-1 now coming for Gailing. And that's a big turn of events for the Knights. Instead of getting a chance at a three-point play, they come up empty. So it's still a one-possession game with an opportunity to tie it right here for the Cohawks.
That's a big chance for the Cohawks. They got Knights got no points out of that possession. They got to capitalize here, the Cohawks do.
Hook with it on the wing, into the corner. Winker driving in, back out to Hook. Shot clock starting to run down. Schmidt going to work. Goes up, quick hands by Cam Kickbush, knocks that out of bounds. It'll stay right here with the Cohawks, but just 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, great defensive possession there by the Knights. Cohawks going to have to score off of this inbounds pass.
Beautiful design look, couldn't get it to go. And then on the rebound, it's going to be a foul against the Cohawks. It was Winker driving in. Only the 5th team foul, so the ball will stay out of bounds. No free throws. First foul against Jaron Sabis in the first half.
Yeah, 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Winker did a good job getting open. Had a fairly good chance at making that, just couldn't get it to go. Luckily, though, they do get the ball back here.
Hook taken out of bounds again, inbounds it into Schmidt. And the Cohawks have a fresh shot clock here with under 3 minutes left in the first half. Hook on the outside, guarded by Stolkin. Huge height differential between those two players. With Stolkin standing at about 6'7". On the drive, it's going to be a foul, I believe, against Smith-Drehos. That was Winker again attacking. Handles the ball very well for a 6'6" forward. And we've seen him attack off the dribble multiple times in the last couple minutes. Cliff Brown comes in. Josh Gehling will take a seat.
Yeah, Coach Pace has been in that official's ear. Wanted the moving screen. Didn't like that last foul there.
Hook inbounds it deep. Again getting it to Winker. And he'll give it off to Hook again. Hook, after a 23-point performance last time these two teams played, hasn't had the opportunity to get going here today. Cliff Brown able to steal it, but his foot on the out-of-bounds line. It'll stay with the Cohawks again, so they're going to get a 4th opportunity at a basket here.
Give the Knights credit. They keep playing good possessions they've been playing good defense, but then they can't keep possession once they get it. It was a good defensive play by Brown. Just unfortunately for him, was on the line there.
So far we've seen a bunch of missed shots, an offensive rebound, 2 fouls, and now a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. And the ball has not gone across half court the other way yet in the last minute of the game. Did not reestablish himself was Josh Schmidt. So finally the Knights get the ball back to keep over this time. Minute 15 at least it stayed on this end of the court. The Knights playing great defense the entire time. Did not give up a single point.
That's tough to watch if you're a Cohawks fan. They had 4 chances there right in a row. Couldn't get anything out of it.
And then immediately a travel call against Max Smith-Drehos. Ugly basketball between the Knights and the Cohawks in the last minute and a half.
The last couple minutes have been filled with turnovers, and it hasn't been pretty for either team, really. The scores seem to have been at 27-24 for a couple minutes now.
2 minutes left. Another turnover. This time, the Knights are going to have a chance at points. And it's immediately knocked out of bounds. Great hands by the Cohawk defender, Trevor Holland.
The Knights have been playing outstanding defense the last possessions. Cohawks haven't been able to get anything really of a high percentage shot to even get a look at.
Sabitz taking the ball out of bounds, gives it to Cliff Brown. Trying to finish down low. Can't after Sabitz got the handoff, but it'll send Sabitz to the free throw line. He's been a fantastic free throw shooter, above 82% for most of his career. First foul against Spencer Williams, a 19th foul against the Cohawks.
Yeah, it's been 27-24 for a while. This is a good chance for the Wartburg Knights here to get that lead up above 1 possession.
Knocks in the first free throw, does Sabitz. In and out on the second one, though, but Cliff Brown tracks down a long rebound. And Cam Cakebush trying to get another point or two on the scoreboard. Unable to do it, though. Spencer Williams with the ball, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Smith-Drehos. So the ball will come back to the other end and free throws coming for Spencer Williams. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for the Cohawk Center.
These last couple minutes have gone by slow between turnovers, fouls.
So Spencer Williams going to the free throw line. 60% free throw shooter on the season. Not a great percentage. Spencer Williams can't get the first one to fall, so the ball immediately back to the Knights. Neither team able to establish anything in the closing minutes of the first half. Still a 4-point game.
Absolutely not, but this is a good possession, or a good opportunity for the Knights to extend that lead.
Drejos around the screen. Cliff Brown down low. Using that strength he has. Can't get the shot to fall, however. Spencer Williams, a solid job of not giving much ground to the Knights senior. 3-point attempt from Kaufman from the corner. Can't get it to go. Contested well by Drejos on the outside.
Cohawks have had to settle for some tough shots lately.
Smith Drejos thought about the three. Drives in. Down low. Cliff Brown out to Stolkin. Sabas around the screen. Driving in. Lucky to get called for a travel there. Looked like he slid about a couple inches. Smith Drejos will fire another three. This one's no good. Rebounded by number 3, Schlaba. Will bring it across half court. About a 11 or 12 second difference between the shot and game clock. Holland down low to Williams. Williams has had a big first half, 9 points. His shot blocked by Cliff Brown, though. That springiness using to the Knights' advantage. And then a steal for Max Smith Drejos. Hard push the other way. Wild finish, can't get it to go. Last touch by the Knights. 14 seconds or so on the game clock left. 4-point game still.
The Cohawks have had a couple of opportunities to get this lead smaller. Knights have had a couple of opportunities to extend their lead. Both teams have not been able to do so. We haven't seen a lot of scoring these last couple minutes. Only 28-24 is the score.
For retrospect, it was 27-24 with 3.5 minutes left in the first half. It's 28-24 as we're about to close out the first half of action. Schlaba across half court, driving hard, finds Williams down low, gets it to go. Great find from Schlaba. And that's how we're going to close the first half. 2-point lead for the Knights. It's a starting lineup as well for the Cohawks with Trevor Holland, Tommy Hook, Nolan Timp, Spencer Williams, and TJ Kaufman.
Yep, we're getting started here, ready for another second half of good basketball.
And if we have anything similar to what we saw from the first half of this doubleheader, we are in for a treat as Timp has to track down a long pass that went sailing over his head. Holland driving in, baseline. What a switch in the air, an adjustment. Spencer Williams, that's probably the easiest look he's had all day and couldn't get it to fall.
That is tough. That's one of the most easy shots Williams has probably ever had. Just couldn't get it to go.
I just want to go back and look at the play from Trevor Holland, though. Driving in, looked like he was going to pass the corner. Looks it right under the basket to Spencer Williams. And Spencer Williams being unable to finish is not something many people have been able to say all season. Knocking down 3/4 of his shots all year.
Yeah, and that was such a great pass. Who knows if Williams even knew it was coming.
Kick push can't get the shot to fall. Got the look he wanted. Just rims in and out. Not enough touch on that shot.
Not a good sign for both teams offensively. 2 possessions in the game this half. Both were just missed bunnies.
Another missed layup coming from Spencer Williams. This one much more contested. Jump ball. It'll stay with the Knights after the rebound. Wasty will take the ball out. Kick push letting to give this team more than a 1-possession lead. It's been back and forth a lot in this game. We've only saw 3 points scored between the two teams in the last 3.5 minutes of the second half, and that's the first basket of the second half here to start out.
That's a good offensive possession there. Came off a screen, led to a wide open layup, and the Cohawks going to have to keep pace here for the Knights.
Ball up top, handled by Hook, over to Holland on the left wing. Williams with a really good screen, and then Holland trying to feed it to him. It's going to be a foul called against Nate Wasty. Both players going for the ball, but Wasty just too much contact.
Yeah, Wasty was a little slow off the screen. was trailing a little bit, and as soon as Williams tried to pick up the ball, got hit from behind. And that's an easy foul.
In the corner, three-point attempt coming out of the hands of Trevor Holland. No good. He was 1 for 1 in the first half, but couldn't get that one to fall. Only a 30% three-point shooter on the year. Gailing down low again against Williams. Gets the spin move, layup up and good. Another basket for Josh Gailing. He's got 12 to lead all scorers, and the Knights have their largest lead in quite a while, up to 6 points.
Yep, Gailing's picking right up where he left off. Got the ball down low, and one mission. That was a score. Made a great move, and that was an easy bucket by Gailing.
Hook had an opportunity to three-point attempt, but a quick closeout by Sawyer Herman took that away, so he'll look to convert a three-point play the old-fashioned way, getting to the line.
A great move by Tommy Hook, drove right in the lane. Contact came from all over, still strong enough to finish the shot and go on the line here to get this back within a one-possession game.
Foul called, I believe, against Sawyer Herman. That's his first. And it is back to a three-point game. Already more offense than we saw in the final 3.5 minutes of the first. 32-29, 17-48 left in the game. Wartburg looking for a big victory in positioning in the Iowa Conference tournament bracket. Consistent play like that will help as Sawyer Herman gets the layup to fall.
And that's what the Wartburg Knights needed. They needed some offensive production. They've got it so far in the first couple of minutes.
Spencer Williams sets the screen. And miscommunication. Tim was looking to cut while Holland thought he was staying out. That's going to prompt a timeout from the Cohawk bench. Knights with a 5-point. No substitutions for either team so far in the first 2.5 minutes. Kick push over to Herman. Screen set by Wasey. Slip screen. Goes up to the rim. Can't get it to go, but a foul called against Spencer Williams.
And the Knights have been doing this last couple of possessions. All of their points have been coming off screens. Another great screen there allowed for Wasey to get open, and probably would have scored if it wasn't for the foul here.
So Wasey to the charity stripe for the first time tonight. Gets the first one to fall. Nate Wasey was scoreless in the first half, so that's his third point of the game after a layup early in the second half. Can't get the second free throw to go, so more free throw problems for the Knights. Now 2 of 7 on the game. But that has not affected the rest of their game as they still hold a 6-point lead over the Cohawks. Driving in, Holland can't get the ball to go through the hoop. 3-on-2 break. Sabis to the rim, gets it to go. Nate Wasey finding him in transition.
Cohawks have had a couple of rough possessions followed by a couple of tough shots, and then after that missed shot there led to a quick, easy points for the Knights, and now it's back up to an 8-point lead for the Knights.
Wartburg looking to start running away with this one, 37-29. The Cohawks really could use a basket right here. Williams down low. Great defense by Gailing, but better offense from the senior center.
Yeah, Williams continues to have a good game. The problem is for the Cohawks, Williams has played good, but no one else has stepped up to help him out.
Sabis driving, double team, pass picked off. Cohawks can push it back to a one-possession game with a 3.
This is a big possession here for the Cohawks in terms of getting back into this game.
6-point differential in favor of the Knights. Holland with it up top, back over to Kaufman. 3-point attempt from Timp. First one he's gotten. Gets it to go, and it's back to a one-possession game.
The Cohawks got a couple of stops, and then they got a couple of good shots, and it's back to a 3-point game. Neither team wants to pull away.
Sabis driving hard off the screen. Switched by the Cohawks. And an offensive foul. Charge called against Jaron Sabis.
The Knights, after that timeout, kind of lost their offensive rhythm. And that's we've seen it a couple of times for the Cohawks. After a timeout, they come out strong, back within 3 points. Another possession here could get them either tied or down by 1.
Hook guarded by Trevor Larson. On a little bit of a run after the Knights had gone on a run of their own. And you had said it that neither team had any runs in the first half, but It's been a lot of runs here in the second.
Exactly.
Williams down low, guarded by Gailing. Thrown around as a three-point attempt from Trevor Holland. Holland buries his second three of the game. So this offense seeing signs of life for the Cohawks. Knights need to respond. Larson in the corner, back up top to Wasty. Sawyer Herman and Cam Kickbush on the bench. Larson out to Wasty. Wasty down low to Gailing. Gailing's been their best player tonight. Fading away, can't get the shot to fall, however. Kaufman saves it from going out of bounds. And the Cohawks can take the lead back for the first time since the first half. Holland out to Kaufman. Kaufman, pull up three. Off the rim, no good. Good defense on the closeout. It's going to be another hockey-like substitution for the Cohawks. 5 players at the scorer's table. That three's in and out, no good. Gailing with the putback, though, gets it to fall. He's got 14 tonight.
No surprise. Josh Gailing there to clean up the board and put it back in. Guys having a heck of a night.
Coming around the screen, it was Hook. Thrown around the outside, Timp gets the ball again down low. Fouled by Nate Wasty. That's number 3 on the night, senior. Excuse me, number 2. Was looking at Sabis's jersey number up on the scoreboard. It'll be 5 bench players in the game for both teams once again. Last time, this was really a back-and-forth affair. Interesting to see with how Co is playing right now for Coach Martin to sub in all 5 guys rather than bits and pieces.
This could be a pivotal stretch in the game. Which team's bench is going to come out strong? Which team bench wants it more? And we'll see what happens here with a complete platoon swap out here.
We saw Max Smith-Dreyhouse making big play after big play in the opening minutes, while on the other side, it was a struggle for the Cohawk bench. Matt Meyer with really the only source of offense. 3-point attempt coming out of the hands of Schlaba, no good. Knights can extend their lead to 2 possessions of the basket here. Layup up and good from, you guessed it, Max Smith-Dreyhouse has a chance to push it to a 5-point lead with a made free throw.
Smith-Dreyhouse, every time he's had an opportunity off the bench, he's thrived off of it and scored. I believe he's at 9-10 points tonight so far. And that's what we talked about. Which team's bench is going to come off strong? Dreyhouse came out right away, attacked, and got a nice chance at a 3-point play.
So after the run tied it up for the Cohawks, they're down by 2 possessions without a lot of offensive threats on the floor right now. They have to try and weather the storm and make sure that they are in a good situation when their starters come back in. Schlaba over to number 1, Schmidt. Schmidt over to Schlaba again. The corner, Meyer for 3. That one's good. That'll help out a lot. Matt Meyer with his first 3 of the game.
Matt Meyer's been the guy to go for the Cohawks off the bench. Played a good game so far. Drained the wide open 3 to keep his team within striking distance at 1.
And after struggles in the first half for the Cohawks from behind the arc, they have started to let it fly from downtown in the second. Waiting to see if the Knights can try and answer with their own 3-point barrage in the second half. Sabis down low. Finds Cliff Brown. He gets it to fall. 3-point game again. Cliff Brown with his first basket of the evening. Fake dribble hand up, Schlaba driving in. Throws it into the corner. The Winker looked like he was going to go after a 3, trying to feed it back the other way. Stolen by Sabis. Great outlet. And Smith-Dreyhouse in transition. He's into double figures with 11. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cohawks. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. 45-40 is our score with 12-11 left in the game.
And we got Tyler Zumba checking in here. Great defensive player. Doesn't bring a lot of offensive, from an offensive standpoint, doesn't bring a lot, but a great defensive player. Forced a turnover there.
Trevor Larson with the hustle play for his team, getting the ball back, diving on top of the loose ball. Smith-Dreyhouse down low to Brown. Brown going strong again. Can't get that one to fall, however. Cohawks pushing it. Their 5 starters back at the scorer's table, ready to check back in.
Yeah, that was a rather interesting move to bring the starters out. As soon as they came out, the lead ballooned up to 5 points. There's not a whole lot of offensive firepower out here for the Cohawks.
The Knights in a 2-3 defense setup right now. Meyer will fire another three. That one's left well short, however, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Zumbach.
And that zone allowed for Packer to be wide open, just didn't take his chance. Had a wide open lane to the hoop, instead pass it away. His bench couldn't believe it.
Stolken up top to Cliff Brown. Brown will go to work again. Finds Zumbach. Zumbach, spot up jumper. Can't get it to fall. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Packard. And it'll stay with the Knights as all 5 starters come back into the game for Co.
Like I said, that's going to be an interesting stretch there with 2 bench players in. Wartburg stepped up the challenge. Co
started to see some more shots at least, and Spencer Williams has still been at least a threat out there on the court as all of them are back into the game. 5 starters check back in for the Co-Hawks, looking to keep this in a manageable deficit. And if Wartburg's bench can put up some big points, that would be a huge momentum shift for when their starters come back in, and would put them in a great position to win this game outright.
Yeah, the Knights bench has stepped up so far, done a great job in terms of extending the lead. It also gives the starters a good rest. So when we get back down about 6, 7, 8 minutes, the starters will be fresh and rested and ready to go back in.
Smith-Rayos takes the ball out of bounds, gets it into Cliff Brown. Smith-Rayos, another jump shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Holland. Holland pushing the issue a little bit. Guarded by Zumbach. No foul called on that contact. Over to Tommy Hook. Hook around the screen from Timp. Timp back outside. No penetration on this possession. Hook had the three-point attempt from the corner, but chose not to use it. And it's a carry called against Tommy Hook. So 2 bad decisions from Tommy Hook on 1 possession.
Yeah, Hook probably was better off just shooting that 3. Had time, was wide open, chose to pass it up, and that led to a turnover. And that's tough because that 3 would have been huge. Bring it back within 2 points.
And now we see the starting lineup for the night start to trickle back in a little bit. Cam Kickbush and Jaron Sabis, the junior duo, in the backcourt, back onto the floor. Sabis up top, thrown to Cliff Brown. Brown throws it over. Kickbush follows it with a screen, now thrown around the outside, ends up in the hands of Smith-Drayos. Stolken looking to go to work against Tommy Hook. Great pass to Kickbush, but unable to do anything with it. Kickbush, fadeaway 3. Shot's no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul called against Cliff Brown, his first of the game.
Yeah, Knights didn't have a whole lot going there in that possession. The ball was knocked loose a couple of times. Forced a Kickbush tough shot, and then a foul there by Cliff Brown.
Still 45-40, 10:04 left. Top of the 3, it's thrown around. Spencer Williams setting a screen for Hook. Looked like he was going to pull up right off that screen, but chose to pass it off instead. Down low, Timp with a beautiful move to get Cliff Brown in the air on the head fake. Back to a 3-point game. 9:40 left. Essentially, this is the 4th quarter. Which team can be better over the last 10 minutes of basketball? Spencer Williams with a big block. Sabis had Cliff Brown wide open on the other side of the lane, but couldn't find him.
Williams doing everything to keep his team in the game offensively. And we saw a good defensive play there at the block.
Sabis again with the ball, given off to Drayos. Drayos driving in. Williams going after another block. Don't exactly see where the foul was there, but it's going to be called against Spencer Williams as he saw the hand kind of coming down a little bit. That's 3 fouls on Spencer Williams, so they're going to bring Packard back into the game to avoid him picking up the 4th.
This might be one of the best games we've seen by Smith-Drayos this year, going right at the defense.
He has struggled from the free throw line today, however.
And the Knights, I think that separated them between a close game and a steadily handed game has been free throw misses.
That's a second free throw miss on the evening. Make it 1 of 3 as he pushes it back to a 2-possession game. 46-42 with under 10 minutes left. Hook getting the call in from the bench and Coach Martin. Down low, trying to feed it to Packard. Bad pass. Packard looking for a holding call. No call going his way, though, however.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much of a foul there. That's just good defense by Brown there. And a little bit timing was off there between Packard.
Kick push over to Smith-Dreyos. He'll drive in. Throws it back out. Sabis couldn't handle it. Finds Stolkin. Stolkin for three. No good. Rebounded by number 2, Holland. Holland around the screen from Packard. Goes in hard. Gets the layup up and good. And the foul.
It's a tough move, but a great move. Smith-Dreyos just got beat a little bit. And a foul called there. That's a big play for the Cohawks trying to get back into this game.
I don't think Packard did a whole lot with that screen, but just that little bit of space he created for Holland on the drive allowed him to get to the rim. Smith-Dreyos will take a seat as Sawyer Herman comes back in.
Smith-Dreyos a little slow to get up, limping just a little bit. Hopefully he's all right. He's been a key factor for the Knights so far this game.
Rest of the starting lineup back into the game as Wasty and Gailing both return as well. Holland looking to make it a 1-point game once again. The Knights bench gave some great minutes. Didn't necessarily have to extend the lead, but they were able to sustain a barrage a little bit from the Cohawk starters.
And it kept the lead where it was. It got a good rest for the starters, and the Knights have to feel good about the position they're in right now.
Sabis looked like his shot was blocked a little bit by Holland. Holland finds Coffin in the corner for the lead. Can't get the shot to go, but an offensive rebound by Packard. Called over the back. I don't agree with that call. He went straight up and just took it away from Gailing.
I'm with you. I thought that was a great rebound by Packard. That's tough for the Cohawks. Who knows what Packard would have done after that rebound. Just snatched it out of the air. I didn't see much of a foul either. Meanwhile, we have Coach Paythagen on the other side.
2-point game. Wartburg in charge. 46-44. 8:30 left in the game. These are the type of games that can define your season. Can you win a close matchup when your season is really on the line? Shots like that from Kickbush will definitely help. Pushes it back to a 2-possession game. His first basket of the second half.
Yeah, Kickbush has been primarily quiet for most of the game. It's a big shot there in a crucial moment of the game.
Holland to Hook in the corner. Screen set by Packard. Hook back to Holland. To Coffin in the corner. Throws it over to Packard. Shot clock running down. Holland comes around the screen. Guarded by Gailing. Fires the three off the front of the rim. No good, but a good rebound by Timp. No foul called. The bench was screaming for it. Had every right to be, but no foul called.
It looked like Timp was hooked on the arm. Knights can't take advantage of it, though.
Another charge called against Jaron Sabis, his third foul of the game. 7th team foul for the Knights, so that's going to mean free throws for the rest of the game for the Cohawks.
The Knights coming back out with the press here. Back off a little bit.
Cohawks still have a foul to give over the last couple of minutes. Hook has yet again to get anything going from the three-point line. Foul called against Sawyer Herman. That's going to be free throws coming for Trevor Holland. 8th team foul against the Knights, 2nd against Herman.
That's a tough foul. Puts the Cohawks at the line.
Holland missed his last free throw attempt on the season. Very solid free throw shooter, 79%. Only 11 misses on the year. Gets the first one to go, the end 1-1. Back to a 3-point game. The Cohawks have gotten it up to where they've tied it, but have not really been able to regain the lead.
And they just can't get over the edge. They just can't break through.
And we have a 2-point game once again. Cohawks could use a big stop. It'll be a timeout for the Knights bench. Half or so minutes of this one. With really nothing to play for outside of, just some pride going into your last couple of games of the season. The other side, the Knights need this victory to clinch a spot in the Iowa Conference Tournament. Sawyer Herman goes up, fouled by Packard. He'll go to the free throw line. Missed 2 shots there earlier today.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see how it goes out here, but this is where Wartburg needs to capitalize. They got a foul there. They want to extend this lead and make it a comfortable lead. They got to make these here.
Herman knocks down the first one, back to a 3-point game. It's the 4th foul against Packard, also the 6th team foul against the Cohawks, so both teams in the single bonus. Herman knocks in both of them up to a 4-point game again. 50-46, 7 minutes left. Hook gets it across half court. Packard over to Kaufman. Thrown around, ends up in Hook's hands again. Over to Holland now. Temp with it on the left wing. Screen set by Packard. Cohawks looking for something with the shot clock running down. Temp goes up strong, can't get the shot to fall. The finish by Packard can't go. But then Temp able to clean it up. Nate Wasty on the floor, not a good sign for Knights fans. Grabbing at his left knee.
Coax had a couple of chances to put it in there. Finally got it in. Back to a one-possession game. This is not a...
As we can.
And this is a tough challenge for Stolken. A big challenge. A young guy. Let's see how he does here in the prime stretch of this game.
Kickbush going against a hard double team. Herman out to Kickbush. Contested three. Can't get the shot to go, but Herman offensive rebound. Can't get the shot to go. Williams with a strong board.
That was an absolutely great rebound by Herman. Just couldn't get it to go.
Hook had the opportunity for the three, didn't pull the trigger. Holland, he'll pull the trigger, though, for the lead. Can't get it to fall. Williams another board, though. He's just all over the glass on both sides, and he ties it up. 50 all, 5:50 left in this game.
The Knights cannot buy a defensive rebound right now. Williams won't be denied.
Herman with the ball on the outside, guarded by Hook, trying to give his team back the lead. Gailing down low, can't get the shot to fall, but free throws coming for the Knights starting center.
We see it for the Cohawks, get it down low to Williams. Now we see it on the other end with the Knights. That's how it's been all night so far. Both post players have been setting the tone of the offense and have stepped up for their teams.
Gailing gets the first one to fall. The Knights with the lead. Gailing able to knock in both of them. Has shot about 50% from the line for most of his career. But two big free throws right there. 16 points for Josh Gailing tonight. Cohawks trying to answer to either tie it or take the lead. Said it a couple times. They've been unable to retake the lead. Temp had an opportunity to three. Chose not to take it. Down low, Williams will tie it up again.
Like we said, Cohawks have got it tied a couple of times. Now, if they want to take the lead, obviously got to get a big stop here.
Herman driving in. Williams trying to avoid picking up another foul. And Gailing, guess who, puts it in again. Josh Gailing has been magnificent tonight.
Cohawks almost had it stolen away, just couldn't get it. And that's what's done them in so far. Haven't gotten that one stop they needed to take the lead.
It's a new career high for Josh Gailing, 18 points. Previous career high came against Central earlier this season when he dropped 15. Going to help his season average.
And we still got 4+ minutes to go.
Williams down low again. The center's going back and forth.
It's been magnificent to see the the centers down low working their magic. Both teams have done a great job down low in the post.
Herman around the screen. Dumps it down low to Gailing, but Williams tips it around, and eventually Hook comes up with it.
That's the stop the Cohawks needed.
Temp, wide open, had the opportunity to pull the three, will drive. Floater! Cohawks retake the lead. 2-point differential. Timeout called from the Knights bench. What a game.
Here in the final 4 minutes, there's a lot to play out still.
Knights need this victory to have a solid chance at getting a home game in the first round of the Iowa Conference Tournament. Haven't had that since they were a second seed 2 years ago. They were the 6th seed last year and could be heading that way again. And still have the potential to not even make the tournament, depending on how Loris finishes in their last 2 games. Knights need a win to clinch their spot in the postseason. Herman out to Stolken. Stolken for three. Knights regain the lead. Back and forth we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
That's what the Knights needed after a timeout. Big three in the corner by Stolken. We talked about it. How would he come out after the injury? And so far has done a great job. It's a huge shot there.
Update, Nate Wasey is back on the bench as the Cohawks regain the lead right back. We won't even tell you who scored it. You can guess at home. Kickbush can't get the shot to fall. Cohawks can push it up to a 2-possession lead with a three. Kaufman lost his footing. Otherwise, they would have had the opportunity to wide open three. Instead, the Knights will have a chance to regain the lead back on this possession.
That is a huge break for the Knights. That last possession there on offense wasn't the best. It was a quick shot, rushed, and then almost led to a fast break score. Luckily, the pass was off, and now the Knights have another chance here to take this lead back with just over 3 minutes left in the game.
Sabis finds Herman down low. Shot up and good. Looked like it was a little bit of a flop from Hook trying to get the foul called, but to no avail. Instead, it ends up in a wide-open shot attempt for Sawyer Herman.
We've been going back and forth here between the score changes, lead changes.
And Herman has had a great second half. He's only scored 6 points, but he's at least been a threat the Knights didn't have in the first half outside of Josh Gehling.
Absolutely.
The two starting centers in this game have combined for 39 points. 18 for Gehling, 21 for Spencer Williams. On the drive, Hook is fouled. That'll send him to the free throw line for a pair. 19 foul against against Wartburg. So from here on out, it'll be double bonus after these free throws.
Yeah, and it's an easy opportunity here for the Cohawks to take this lead.
First shot from Hook is good. A very gifted shooter, both at the free throw line and behind the arc. Knots it back up at 59 apiece. Another shot from Hook. 30-second timeout will keep. And Simpson does not play their last game. I believe they will be playing at home against this Cohawk team. So they are going to have a good test to see what they're up for after this game, as Jaron Sabis able to give the lead back to Wartburg. 2:15 left.
Sabis is just so athletic, muscled his way down there, got a tough shot to go. This lead change has gone back and forth.
Coming around the screen, Holland over to Hook. Hook, no threes in this game after 23-point performance last time. That shot was blocked by Jaron Sabis.
Not the shot the Cohawks wanted to see there. Man right in his face early in the shot clock, had no chance of going.
You could see that clock ticking in Sabis' eyes, looking for the three. Contested three for Herman, no good.
Big offensive board by Stolken. Gives the Knights another chance to run this clock down.
Stolken up top, over to Sabis. Sabis driving in. Hoop! And the harm!
Jaron Sabis, back-to-back possessions. He just goes right to the rim, muscles his way through the defender. This time he gets an and-one opportunity.
What a play from Jaron Sabis.
The Knights needed somebody to step up offensively down this last couple of stretch, and they found it in Jaron Sabis.
Shot is good from Jaron Sabis. It's a 4-point game with under a minute and a half left. The Knights look like they are in prime position to come away with the win. Timeout for the Cohawks.
Teams ahead of the Knights that have had the Knights' numbers so far. That's a good thing about the tournament. If you come in a hot streak, any team can win the conference tournament. We saw it last year as well.
Last year's matchup was Central and Wartburg for the second straight year. It was the 5 seed hosting the 6 seed, believe it or not. Williams kicks it out to Timp. Cohawks need a basket if they want a chance to win this one. Timp in the corner, out to Kaufman. Shot clock running down. Timp out to Holland. Holland steps into the three. Shot up. It's good! What a shot from Trevor Holland!
The Cohawks seem out of rhythm, almost threw it away. The shot clock running down. That's a huge shot. Gets it back within one.
Third three of the game for Trevor Holland. Not something you'd expect from a guy that shot 30% on the season.
That's definitely not who they wanted it to end up with, but it worked out for him.
Forced jumper from Sawyer Herman. Can't get it to go. And then an over-the-back foul against Josh Gehling.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the shot the Knights needed there. Herman kind of pulled up deep to a man in his face. Still had quite a bit of time left in the shot clock, and then had to add the insult, a foul there on the rebound, and that's going to put the Cohawks at the line.
Now, if there's any player in this starting lineup you want to foul, it's Spencer Williams, as the Knights are going to use another timeout. Said it during the women's game, the last minute.
Both teams have had plenty of opportunities to snatch up a win, and there's a lot to play out here in the final 35 seconds.
Spencer Williams at the line, trying to give his team back the lead or at least tie this one up.
Williams has struggled throughout the season on the line and as well as tonight. Let's see what happens here. It's a big free throw.
Knocks in the first one. Huge shot right there from the senior. Can't get the second one to go, so the Knights have a chance to possibly take the lead for good on this possession. Not surprising at all that the Knights will take another timeout. Another available. It's not about necessarily running the clock down. You take not necessarily the first shot, but you take the best shot you possibly can.
And it'll be interesting to see who they go with. Throughout the game, it's been Galing's been the player, but recently Sabeth has done pretty well as well. Kick Bush chewing a little bit of clock here.
Don't want to give them too much time. Herman outside, screened by Galing. It's stolen. A terrible pass in transition. Timp can't get it to fall. Stolkin can't get a shot off. We're headed to overtime.
Absolute pandemonium. Here we go. 5 more minutes of basketball.
And it's actually going to be Stolkin doing the jump, a little bit of extra height. This goes to no avail, though. Who can be the best team here in overtime? This decides. Hook in the corner. Over to Temp. Now into the corner to Kaufman. Looking to give it to Williams. Good post-entry pass. Back out to Kaufman. Kaufman had the open three. Can't get it to fall, however. Knights can take the lead. Driving in. Sabis can't get the shot to fall. Was very much off balance there. Spencer Williams, a great job not to drag that pivot foot. Timp wide open from the corner. Timp can't get it to fall. Left it a little bit short. Good sign for the Knights, though. Nebraska Wesleyan walking away from Central 95-74. So the Knights, at the very least, will have the opportunity to go in on Saturday to clinch the 5 seed with a win against the Dutch, if they're able to do so in Pella, as Herman shot no good.
Both teams, the first minute, have had chances to take the lead. No one really wants to do it, though.
Timp with the ball on the wing. Down low to Williams. Williams double team. Goes up. He's going to be fouled by Galing. That's number 4 on Josh Galing.
And that's tough. They had Williams trapped in the corner there. I'm not sure that shot would have went in. I don't think Galing really needed to reach down and swat that. Should have just played straight up. We'll see what happens, though. Williams isn't the best free throw shooter. But it's been one heck of a matchup down low between those two guys tonight.
He went 1 of 2 at the end of regulation. One of the reasons we're at where we are in OT, because he couldn't knock down the one to give his team the lead. Trying to give it to them here in OT. Able to get the shooter's roll, and that one falls. 3:34 left. Spencer Williams has been out of his mind. Double his season average with 23 points tonight. Galing going right to work on the other side. Josh Galing, speaking out of your mind. He's got his first career 20-point game here at Wartburg.
Keep watching that matchup. It's been fun to watch so far. It's going to be fun to watch these next 3 minutes.
Both starting centers over 20 points. The opportunity to possibly clinch the 4 seed in the conference tournament. Almost a turnover for the Cohawks. 3 minutes left here in overtime. 38 seconds for the Simpson Storm and Loras Dewhawks. Bringing updates from that one as it reaches its conclusion. Pass tipped away and stolen by Josh Galing. Big play. It's pretty safe to say he's been Wartburg's MVP here tonight. And Spencer Williams on the other side as well.
Absolutely.
Smith Dreyhos on the outside. Thrown around the outside. Now over to Sawyer Herman. Throws it over to Galing. Goes between his legs. He's able to recover it, though. Dribble moves. Going against Spencer Williams. What a play by Josh Galing.
Josh Galing picked that ball up with about 7 seconds on the shot clock. Took absolutely no time waiting. Went right at Williams. Got him in the air. Went right around him. What a great move.
Tip handoff to Holland. Over to Hook. Hook still no threes in this game. Fouled by Smith-Dreyos, so he'll go to the free throw line.
That's a tough call there by Dreyos. Didn't see a lot of contact, but there was enough to warrant a whistle. And that is Max Smith-Dreyos' fourth foul. Coach Pace decides to leave him in, though, even with 4. Gailing also has 4. Pace has decided to stick with him as well. The first free throw is missed. Second one, it's no good, too. Missed opportunity there for the Cohawks.
Had the opportunity to get it back to a 1-point game with 2 minutes left. Herman, screen set by Gailing. Herman will use it. Back out. Smith-Dreyos spinning in. Throws it off of Gailing's leg, was trying to get it to Stolken, who was cutting. Kick push off the screen. Can't get it to fall. Long rebound tracked in by Spencer Williams.
Coax can't come up empty here. They got to get some type of points.
Hook, ball up top, over to Holland on the wing, down low. Spencer Williams has position, gets it to go. Spencer Williams has 25.
Those two centers are battling down there. We've seen both guys come out on top a couple of times. That time there was Williams just muscling his way.
Timeout Wartburg, 1-point game. 5 players in double figures.
Yeah, 104 points. Nebraska Wesleyan, without a doubt, the best team in the conference. They can just score from all angles.
The Knights could be headed to the second round matchup, depending how the rest of this plays out. If they can win in the first round of the Iowa Conference tournament as well. Gailing can't get the shot to fall. That's 4 on Spencer Williams. For a second, I thought that might have been number 5. That'll send Gailing to the free throw line. He hit 2 big free throws earlier.
That's huge. Gailing can put this up to 3 points, and it also puts the Cohawks in a tight position with 4 fouls there on Williams.
Gailing can't get the shot to go, so still a 1-point game. One of the impressive things with how well Gailing has played today, he's only been to the line 3 times before this trip, unable to get either one to fall. It's interesting to think the Knights could finish as high as the 3 seed or the 4 seed in the Iowa Conference tournament, or they may finish 7th in the conference. Great stretch run of Iowa Conference basketball, and it's hit its apex here tonight. Timp gets called for the travel. That's a huge play. Then Cohawks have got to get a stop here.
That is a huge play. Questionable call. It looks like great defense. I didn't see any fouls there. I didn't really see the travel either. Cohawks, though, got to make a stop. Got to keep playing. Got to fight through it.
Cakebush sizing up the defense, taking time off the clock. A 3-point basket all but clinches it for the Knights.
Wouldn't be surprised if Gailing gets a call here.
Screen used by Gailing. Over to Herman. Herman drives. Can't get it to go, but a foul against Spencer Williams. I don't know where that foul came from, but it's a huge one called against the starting center. The senior's done. That's number 5.
That's very tough. That call came across the court. Didn't appear to be any contact at all. Herman kind of just threw it up. You can hear it from the fans, not happy. And not only was it a questionable foul, it also put Spencer Williams, without a doubt the best player for the Cohawks, almost single-handedly has kept them in this game. It puts him on the bench with his 5th foul.
Sawyer Herman to the free throw line for a chance to get close to icing this game. 20 seconds left. Knocks in the first one. 2-point game.
Cohawks can't believe it. The last couple of calls haven't gone their way.
Herman with the biggest free throw of the season. Gets it to go. Sawyer Herman back up to a 3-point lead. The Cohawks can go for a quick 2 and then foul.
They also have a timeout. They have 2 timeouts as well, and yep, they're going to use one here.
Even if they have trouble inbounding the ball, Can they send it to double overtime, get the quick two, and put themselves in a chance to win potentially? Can't get the shot to fall. They're going to foul Jaron Sabis. It looks like the Knights are going to squeak this one out. What a night of basketball.
Took it right to the rim. Didn't want to go for the three. Had a good chance. A little bit of contact there. Again, if you're a co-fan watching this game, that's another call you're not real happy with. They would have put him at the free throw line, had a chance to cut it to one. Instead, we have Gailing here with free throws that could ice this thing finally for the Knights.
Sabis can't knock it down. He misses the next one. The Cohawks still have a chance. 7.3 left. If he hits it, this game's all but done. Knocks it in, and the Knights probably going to come away with a victory here. Barring
the court.
Looks like Coach Martin also confused of why he didn't advance the ball.
Gonna leave it where it is. Keep in mind, Wartburg not pressuring the inbounder here.
What a play by the Cohawks. It's back to a 2-point game. Looking deep, get it into Cam Kickbush. 3.7 seconds left. Kickbush just has to hit both free throws, and this game is over.
Yep, good free throw shooter going to the line. You'd expect your senior Kickbush to put this game away. 2 free throws here. You can finally take a breather. This thing should be just about done with just under 4 seconds left.
Kickbush, biggest free throws of the season, trying to clinch the Knights' trip to the Iowa Conference Tournament. A little bit of nerves on that one, but gets the shooter's roll. Could also be an interesting opportunity to see him miss it on purpose and force them to have to.
It would take a lot of time off the clock. You just got to make it, though.
Can't get it to go.
Hope still alive. Let's see what happens.
Holland fires it. Leaves it just a bit short. The Knights squeak it out.